Here we are. We'll do it live. It is Tuesday on the July 16th, 20 and the 24. Just about closing time. It is right now. Ding a ding 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 a ling. Whoa, look at that. What in the heck? What is happening? Did you see that anomaly? It was like right before our very eyes. It went like down 10,000 in a millisecond. Wait a minute. That seems fishy. But while we're here, let's go ahead and write this down before it goes down $10,000 in a blink of an eye again. On 7/16, July 16th, we're at 2.19. Hello. So that's up 20,000 from yesterday's high. We are not going to complain about that. I had Devon Energy on my radar like all day. Like, is it time? Is it time to sell the covered calls? Oh, where are we at? 48.24. It got as high as 48.51. So I don't know. In my mind, you know how we like round numbers. I was like, okay, as soon as it hits 49, we're going to be selling covered calls. And we didn't do it. So will it be down tomorrow? Very well could be. My near-term prognosis is oil. Well, oil may be just about at a local bottom. It may have another. I'm looking over at crude. Let me refresh this just to make sure. So crude closed at 80.85. It could probably, according to the Voodoo Math charts, it could probably go down as much as another dollar bill. But Devon still looks like it's going to be heading towards 50 before we have any meaningful pullback. So that's what I have my sights on. Getting as high as 41 or 49, maybe as soon as tomorrow, selling some covered calls through $51, maybe $50.50 if that strike is available. And then looking to see if the charts turn up some hocus pocus, and then we get a bit of a pullback at $50. So we'll see. We'll just keep our eye on the prize. Spent most of, hours today working on my Fortress of Solitude studios here, which is mostly a card room. So I'm trying to organize it to a point where I don't feel claustrophobic anymore, because the cards like to close in on me, because I do like to look at them. I like to have them visually. Changed up my backdrop here behind the computer a little bit, because I love to stare at those different style cards. I've got 5x7s up behind me now as a backdrop with some silver just in front of that. Pulled out an old Bart Starr, got him up there, got Brett Favre, Refractor going, Ozzie Smith, a couple Ricky Hendersons, of course, Sandy Koufax, and then Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. All of those are behind me, making me feel real cozy and safe. And the portfolio over the last week or so have been making me feel real cozy and safe as well. So we got that going for us. PBF turned up a little bit today, but it's still way down on its whiskey. AGQ looking pretty, up 28% or $28,000 there. Haven't been in that position too long. I think I know I was talking about this on Friday. It looks like we've got a little bit of a healthy pullback coming in gold and silver, but it just keeps on stretching further to the north. I'm not going to complain about it, but it will have a healthy pullback soon, and it should not be the probability of it being anything meaningful is not there, so it could be a very shallow pullback, but depending on how those waves measure out can determine that it could get into maybe a little bit of a protracted diagonal pullback, but we'll see. Anything else really making my butt stink at this point? Even Bitto, that's still down a healthy amount. What's it down? $4,600. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about the Bitto, because it's come off of the canvas. Still nowhere near my average cost of $24.02, but getting closer. Closed at $22.84. And let's see, how low were we just a week ago or just a few days? I know we were in the 19s at one point. You got to move your head a little. Maybe go back a little bit more than a week and see when, we were in the 19s about a week into the month, and now we've dug ourselves out from the dirt nap and are approaching $23. We looked at Bitcoin yesterday. I want to pull it up again because I have those lines still on the chart, and then I added a couple more. Yesterday, what we talked about was if we have a bit of a pullback, what we want to hold is 59,000. So we had that on the board yesterday. And we were looking through, where were we? We were about right here when we were talking about it. And I said, it's not me talking, it's the charts, that if we can bust through 63.9, then we're definitely bullish on the short term. It did that. It ran right through, got up to almost 65. It was around 64.9, around 64.9, and then it had a pullback, and that pullback came all the way down to about 62.4, 62.3-ish. And so is that the pullback? Well, we'll see, because this next move, because now we're bullish again today, we should have another little baby pullback, but we've moved up our line. We've moved our line from 59,000 now all the way up to 62.3, meaning next pullback, if we can hold the toe of the line here, 62.3 or above, then the next short-term target will be 67,000. So right now, looking pretty bullish, which of course bodes well for my Bitto. And I have that going for me because soon we'll be selling some covered calls. We don't want to get in the way of collecting that next dividend. But whatever we collect selling the covered calls, we will add some more shares to the position as well, the Bitto snowball. So those are the thoughts on my mind today. Ended up having a incredible lunch with friends. I was telling you I was going out to Maryville, which is 2 towns over, to Cooper's Hawk. It essentially turned into a bit of a Catalina wine mixer. Because next thing you know, first we had an amazing lunch. Food was great. Had a little wine tasting. Had another glass of wine at lunch. Nice conversation. And then somehow they wrangled me into stopping at Journeyman for a barrel-aged old-fashioned and a little bit of we all shared a whiskey flight, which is meant for one person. 4 of us shared it. And then we each had a old-fashioned. So we didn't get home till 6. That's quite a lunch. Oh, we met around 1 and I got home around 6. So we do have dinner plans tonight as well with my mother and my aunt. My aunt is in from Naples, Florida. So we'll have a nice little lunch or a nice little dinner with those two, with the Fab Five, and those two should be a good time tonight. So not a whole lot going on here except for some fun with a new all-time high, liking the way Bitcoin is acting, still loving the way silver and gold are acting. Oil, it was out of the 4 horsemen, it was the only one down today. It was down 1.29%. It still has maybe a little bit more room to pull back the next day or 2 or 3, but then to me, it looks like clear skies. I think we got a nice move coming up in oil, and I need it because I need PBF to get back to life, and I need Vermilion. Where are you at? I need Vermilion. There it is. I need Vermilion back in the green as well, because out of those 3 positions, only Devon Energy has returned to glory. So that's what's up. Thanks for tuning in. Got the MLB All-Star game tonight. Used to be one of my favorite nights of the year when I was a kid, because, I was fortunate enough to have WGN, so I watched like so many Cubs games, but I would only see, you'd only see the National League at that time because they didn't have interleague play. And I only saw who the Cubs played. And then on Saturday, they would have Twib Notes, This Week in Baseball. I loved that show as well. So I'd see all the sweethearts from around the league. And then on the All-Star game night, I would watch them play. And it's basically the only league left where the All-Star game can still be a legitimate game, because basketball, I don't know if you watch NBA All-Star games, but I haven't been able to watch them in years because they're just a joke right now. Football, of course, I mean, you can't really tackle guys full on in an exhibition style game. Same with hockey. You're not going to be smashing too many guys into the boards. So baseball still with a legitimate All-Star game. Tune into that tonight. Because you got a rookie in the National Leagues, Paul Skeens, who has just been pitching lights out. Rookie, and he's been a phenom. So he throws gas. Like, he averages like 100 miles an hour. So just watch the first. He'll probably pitch 2 innings, I would imagine. Maybe 1, because he throws so much heat. So at least watch him if you have never seen him or heard of him, or you just love baseball. Tune into that. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you have some plans tonight with your friends, family members, loved ones, all of the above. And I'll probably check back with you tomorrow. I'll see you again tomorrow. Like, subscribe, comment, and share with a lovable friend. Yeah.